Ngươi không thể trốn thoát. Ta sẽ chấm dứt kỷ nguyên của ngươi.
Zeus, the child hunted by his father who became the most powerful god in Greek mythology. What if, the moment you were born, your own father wanted you dead? In Greek mythology, the most powerful man in the world was not born in a palace. He was born into fear, hunted, hidden, and if he had been discovered, he would have been swallowed alive, just like his siblings. Yet that same child would one day become the king of Olympus, the ruler of the skies, the master of lightning, the god feared by monsters and immortals alike. His name was Zeus.
Saved from Cronus, Zeus grew in secret. He rose to challenge his father. Unleashing the mighty thunderbolt, the Titans were defeated, and Zeus became king of the gods.
Long before Zeus ruled the heavens, the world belonged to the Titans, and above them all stood one ruler, Cronus, a Titan of immense power, ruthless, paranoid, and haunted by a terrifying prophecy, a prophecy that foretold, one day, his own son would overthrow him. The irony? Cronus had done exactly that to his own father, so he believed destiny was coming for him. Every time his wife, Rhea, gave birth, Cronus would seize the newborn child and swallow it whole, without hesitation. Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon, one by one, they disappeared into the darkness of his stomach.
Tricking his father, Cronus, into drinking a magical potion, Cronus began to vomit up the children he had swallowed. A family reunited.
But when the sixth child was born, everything changed. Rhea could not endure the horror any longer. She decided to deceive Cronus. When Zeus entered the world, she secretly carried him away to the island of Crete. Then she wrapped a large stone in cloth, making it look like a newborn baby, and handed it to Cronus. Without suspicion, he swallowed the stone whole, certain that he had won. But in reality, he had just spared the very child destined to destroy him.
The greatest war had begun. Zeus freed the Cyclopes. They forged the thunderbolt. The heavens trembled. Lightning rained down. Cronus fell. The Titans were defeated.
Zeus grew up in secret, hidden among the mountains of Crete. As the years passed, he learned that his destiny was unlike anyone else's. Then one day, he discovered the truth. His father had devoured his brothers and sisters, and continued to rule the world through fear. Zeus realized he had only two choices: run forever, or fight. He chose to fight. When he came of age, Zeus returned in secret, disguised, patient, waiting for the perfect opportunity. Eventually, he tricked Cronus into drinking a magical potion. Moments later, the impossible happened. Cronus began to vomit up the children he had swallowed, one after another. Hades, Poseidon, Hera, Demeter, Hestia, a family torn apart for years, was finally reunited. But this was only the beginning.
Zeus became king of Olympus, ruler of the skies. They forged the Poseidon, received the seas. Hades inherited the underworld. For the hunted may change his tomorrow.
The greatest war in Greek mythology had begun, the Titanomachy, a war between the Titans and the younger gods. For 10 long years, the battle raged across the cosmos. Neither side could gain the upper hand. Then Zeus made a bold decision. He freed ancient beings imprisoned deep beneath the earth, the Cyclopes, the one-eyed giants. In gratitude, they forged the most powerful weapon ever known, the thunderbolt of Zeus. The moment Zeus raised it to the sky, the heavens trembled, mountains cracked, oceans roared, lightning rained down upon the Titan armies, one devastating strike after another. At last, Cronus fell. The Titans were defeated, bound in chains, and cast into the abyss of Tartarus. Their age was over. With victory secured, Zeus became king of Olympus, ruler of the skies. Poseidon received the seas. Hades inherited the underworld, and a new order was born. But the story of Zeus is not merely about power. It is about something far greater. A child hunted from birth, who refused to live in fear. A son, who broke the cycle that had shaped his family for generations. A warrior, who changed the fate of the world. And perhaps that is why, thousands of years later, his name still echoes through history. Not simply because he was powerful, but because his journey reminds us of one truth. Sometimes, the person being hunted today becomes the one who changes history tomorrow. If you were Zeus, would you have dared to challenge the most powerful ruler in the world? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more incredible stories about Hades, Poseidon, Medusa, and the legends of Greek mythology, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next myth may be even more unbelievable than this one. See you in the next story.
If you were Zeus, they forged the Poseidon Medusa, because the next myth may be the next story, because the next myth may be even unbelievable one.